Thank you very much, Chris. I'm very um, gratified to see that advancing excellence has stood the test of time and achieving either even better things under your leadership. And it's an impressive group of people that are involved. The origins of this effort go back to the Bush administration under Tommy Thompson and Tom Scully. I went to Washington that first year that they were in office. From 28 years in the field of long-term care, last 10 of which were as CEO of Wesley Woods. And so I brought to Washington some experience on the front lines of care and policy. I remember visiting, making the rounds in the administration and in Congress about what to do to improve nursing home care, and at the time to begin to try to convince those people that we were better than our press at the time, and in fact, it was proposed by a colleague in the Alliance for Quality, which was the Wall Street change at the time, that we all chip in for a multi-million-dollar public relations campaign. And after I visited Senator Grassley, Senator Breaux, Congressman Waxman, you could go on and on, where every single time somebody pointed their finger in my face and said, "You people are not going to get less regulation and more money until you take responsibility for quality." I was offended. But the truth is, we were the only sector of healthcare at the time that had not taken responsibility for peer-reviewed quality improvement. Hospitals, home health, others had done it through the Joint Commission and CARF and so forth, but we had not done that. Instead, we had spent a number of years defending ourselves and complaining. And so it occurred to me and colleagues over at ACA, especially Dr. Chip Roadman, that we had to come up with some kind of quality improvement plan, national plan. We retained a woman who had done an attorney who Eleanor Hill, who was associated with law firm of King and Spalding, which happened to be our law firm at ASA at the time. Eleanor Hill had come up with the quality improvement plan that got the defense industry out of a great deal of difficulty when Senator Sam Nunn was chair of the Senate, I think, Armed Services Committee. That was back in the era where there were $700 hammers and toilet seats that didn't work and helicopters crashing in the desert. They were spending a lot of money and weren't getting much quality. And Eleanor came up with a plan with about a dozen or so defense contractors to lay out what they plan to do over the next 5 years to achieve certain milestones of quality and get out of the soup with Congress before Congress threw the book at them. And Eleanor showed me articles and headlines that you could have just taken out defense industry and put in long-term care industry, and it would have been the same headlines. So we came up with a quality improvement plan that was designed to say we will take responsibility for quality, and that evolved into advancing excellence, and under Mark McClellan became more formalized. But during the first 15 years of the Quality First campaign, advancing excellence as measured by independently by experts at Brown University, nursing homes made improvement every year and identified quality measures that were important to the public. I don't think we ever got enough credit for that, nor did we make enough out of it publicly, but the nursing homes got better. And Advancing Excellence now is in a position because of the pandemic to set another catalytic era because the pandemic itself is pointing out the flaws in the delivery of especially nursing home care, but it applies to assisted living and other segments. You're in a unique opportunity with a new administration and with the effects of the pandemic to say here are ways now we can improve long-term care based on tragedies that have occurred with the COVID virus. I hope we will not squander this opportunity, and I'll come back to a basic premise that we began with years ago, is that the government is not going to solve our problems unless we step forward and solve them ourselves and show that policy should emerge from good practice as opposed to policy that's driven by special interests and reimbursement. So I think you've got a great opportunity, but they're not going to do it for us.
Yeah, thank you, Larry.
So I'm just gratified to see the leadership of Advancing Excellence as it stands today, and I hope that this summit will get us on a new track because it gives us a new vista because of COVID to say, here's what needs to be done for the future.
Yeah.
You might also take a look at a recent AARP magazine where they've done an autopsy of why so many people were affected by COVID in nursing homes, and they've got a section of all of that of what the complexities of the solutions need to be.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just blaming providers anymore.
Right.
It is flawed policy. Peter Senge, the management leadership guru, said that systems are designed to produce exactly what they produce. So if we want to change the way long-term care is delivered, we have to take a systemic approach. Now, here is part of the dark side of the current outcome. If you are a person of color, you're getting poorer quality of care, fewer choices, less support. The people that deliver the care are not getting an adequate livable wage and benefits, and that deserves focused attention, which is part of what you're trying to do here. And
That's
if you
right,
can
Larry.
take care of poor, sick, old people with people themselves who are vulnerable, you can take care of anybody. So that's where we ought to start.
Very good.
And I commend you for your efforts, and will do what I could to continue to help you. And I look forward to providing some summary comments on Friday as you conclude.
Very good. Thank you so much, Larry. I appreciate your support and your help with this.